Yo, 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 yo. Yeah. We back at it again, yo. We back at it again. Hey, this is the infrared. This is the infrared topics with the imperfect vent. Podcast imperfect vent. This is the imperfect vent podcast. Hey, coming to you live from downtown Toronto. We are back at it again, man. We are back at it again. We are with the shits. We got all these opinions, all these facts, and we are ready to prove that. What you know about it, man? We back at it again. It's your boy, Dr. IBZ, nigga. I present to you the one and the only, Dr. IBZ. Anyways, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's week going? Hopefully everyone's having an amazing week, an amazing time. You know what I mean? We are back with episode 154. 154. Hell of an episode it's going to be. We have a lot of topics to get into. You know what I mean? But to top it off, pause. I wonder how everyone's, summer has been going. My summer's been alright so far. But this shit's been going by fast. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this summer has been going by hella fast. So I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, it's gonna go by this fast. We're gonna have to figure something out, right? So I'm in the back, chilling in my patio, smoking a nice spliff. You know what I mean? Doing what real niggas do when they're thinking and contemplating about life, you know what I mean? So I'm smoking my spliff, right? Hold on, let me get close to the mic, pause. I'm smoking my spliff. And as I'm smoking my spliff, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a nice spliff. I'm gonna figure it out. Figuring out and making plans. It looks cloudy and everything. I'm painting the picture for y'all. It looks cloudy and everything, right? Hold on. There we go. Oh, there we go. It looks cloudy and everything. So since it looks cloudy and everything, right? I'm smoking. I'm thinking it's gonna rain. So good thing I didn't turn my earbuds on, but I could hear like water running from above me. So I'm thinking it's raining, but then I'm looking in front of me. I don't see no rain. So now I'm like, hey yo, what's going on? I'm like, damn, what's going on? Right? So I look behind me, bruh. All I see is yellow shit coming down from the fucking, and it's pouring, and then it's pouring on my door, my back door. It's pouring, dog. It's disgusting. I'm at a point where I'm like, yo, bruh, this is ayo, like,
dude, what the fuck?
This is nasty. What are we doing here, right? So I'm chilling, looking back, seeing the yellow stuff. I jump back, grab all my stuff. Thank God it did not hit me. Thank God it did not hit me. Whew. Can't touch this. Oh, and if everyone's wondering why I reuse this bottle, it's because it's a liter and I get to keep track of how much I'm drinking. And don't worry, we wash this shit every time we use it. Put some hot water, put some soap, rinse it. Oh, pause. Hey, yo, pause, yo. Oh, man. Where is it? There it is. Holy.
Gay!
So I jump back. Like, oh, shit. Someone is pissing on me. Someone's telling me it's raining. Someone's trying to piss on me and tell me it's raining. Or something's pissing on me and I'm trying to tell myself it's raining. Low key, it's not raining, my nigga. Right? So we know that. I know it's not raining. I'm getting pissed at the moment. So I'm like, no pun intended. I stopped smoking the spliff. Now, mind you, the whole time I'm trying to go outside to contemplate what I'm gonna do this summer. Now my train of thought is gone. Now I'm like, hey yo, who in the world is pissing over the fucking balcony? Who's doing that, right? So the neighbors pop out. They're like, yo, Eves, what you saying? I'm like, hey yo, someone just, I don't know what it is, but there's some yellowish liquid that just fell from the sky. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh my God, did it hit you? And I'm like, no, it didn't. Why would you ask that? And then they're like, oh, because there's a raccoon. And in my head, I'm like, a raccoon. Thank God it's no one's dog or anything. So that's good. Okay. Round of applause. They trained their animals, their pets, their little kids, their whatever they want to call them properly. They trained them properly. So I'm like, I bet. There's a little raccoon. They show me a picture. There's a raccoon there. The nigga almost pissed on me. Now, raccoon piss smells completely different and looks different than what dog piss is and what cat piss is. Cat piss and dog piss, cat piss smells worse than dog piss. But, however, raccoon piss, my nigga, the moment that shit hit the door and the steps, there were flies attacking it. I was like, oh. And that's the only door I can go through. Pause, the back door. It's the only door I can go through. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do? Thank God I live in a crib where there's gonna be like a side little fountain, right? A side thing where this water comes out. Bet. Now I'm looking for somebody to put it in. Find a cooler. Put the water in the cooler. I just started rinsing everything, right? And this is before I knew it was a raccoon. I just rinsed it, right? Then they come and tell me it's a raccoon and it's raccoon piss. And now I'm looking at my clothes and I'm like, I got a little bit of backwash on me, like.
Dude, what the fuck?
So now I'm like, oh my God. Oh, ew. Like it was disgusting, bro.
Damn!
It smelled so bad, right? And it was like thick. It was, oh man, you guys know, ugh, right? But it sounded like piss when it's coming down, but it was a bit heavy. Anyways, so now I'm like, all right, it's time to do laundry. And I ain't going back outside. I ain't going back outside for nothing. I don't give a fuck if there's $1 million outside. Well, yeah, I'll go back outside for that. But you get the drift. I ain't going back outside, yo. If you ask me to go back outside, I'm going to be like,
dude, what the fuck?
Why are you asking me that? So that's what happened to me. That's a little quick story. Like, out of nowhere, from the back corner, from left field, a raccoon pissed on you. Like, I was cheese. Holy, man. No shame. These fucking, these damn coons, and I'm talking about raccoons. Apparently using the word coon is like a slur now. Yo, I got banned on Twitter. Not banned on Twitter, but I got suspended on Twitter. So Terrycrews was doing some dumb shit. Gabrielleunion defended him when he was going through them the whole Me Too thing, right? And he was literally like, all the girls were like, yeah, this director did this producer did this, all the women are coming out, standing up. Fucking Terrycrews out of just the one nigga, Terrycrews. Me too. So, you know. So when that shit came out, Gabrielleunion was on his side, defending him, making sure that he was good and everything. Right after that, the man, when Gabrielleunion went through her shit, I think with America's Got Talent. Hey, Tupac. When Gabrielleunion went through her shit with America's Got Talent, freaking Terrycrews, Tupac. Hey, leave that alone. Anyways, Tupac, don't touch that, okay? Anyways, so, freaking, hold on one sec. Tupac, come on now. Don't touch that. There we go. All right. So, America's Got Talent. Freaking, goes through that. She's saying they're racist and misogynistic and all this type of stuff. So, Terrycrews, instead of defending her, was tap dancing, was like, nah, man, they were never racist. They could never be racist. They're the best people I've ever met in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm Terry Crews, right? And then everyone was just like, Terry, what are you doing? Come on, Terry. Come on, Terry. We're all like, we fuck with you. We're all rooting for you. The black community is rooting for you. We supported you through that shit, even though a lot of niggas were like, yo, you're Terry Crews. You should have knocked that guy out. That's what a lot of men were saying. Black men were saying. But he didn't do anything. So then I'm like, yo, Terry Crews is a coon, yo. Suspended on Twitter for a day. I'm like, what? You can't call people coons now? Like, what? I didn't even know that was like a offensive term to call a black man in terms of but he was cooning. He should have defended Gabrielle Union just like she defended you. It's literally a code of honor, my nigga. Like, I get you, they're writing your check, or don't say anything. You're better off not saying anything and just be like, yo, I'm supporting you from behind the scenes, but you know how it is that I gotta get my paycheck. Like, be real with it. I don't like when these actors be faking it. You know what I mean? They be acting like that's what it is, but that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, this cat is obsessed with the light, yo. Anyways, so what we're gonna get into, okay? Because I'm really trying to understand a lot of things, right? And then this story broke out, right? And when this story broke out, at first, to me, I was shocked. I was pissed. I was like, what is going on? So an Alabama woman named Carlee Russell, 25 years old, she was missing. And apparently she called her boyfriend. And then when she called her boyfriend, she told him that, yo, I see she called 911 saying, I see a toddler on the side of the street. She goes to go check on the toddler, right? And then apparently she gets kidnapped. Her boyfriend hears her on the phone. She's muffling, and you just hear a bunch of like sounds. Like, I think I just hit the mic a little bit just so you could hear what I'm talking about. Like, you just hear, right? So then those shuffling sound effects, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Them shits, right? So then they call the police. The family's looking for her and everything. No one knows where she is. Then apparently she gets found, right? She shows up. She pulls up to her family's crib. They're like, "Oh my God, you're good. Do you have to go to the hospital?" She didn't have to go to the hospital, which was weird. You know what I mean? Suspicious. And so she was fine. So everyone on the internet's like, this is a hoax. This is conspiracy theory. And I thought it was just one of them Twitter bullshits that people are doing. Like, oh, they're saying it's a hoax. It's a conspiracy theory and all this type of shit. And then I hear they raised a bunch of money and they're giving that money back, which is kind of, you know what I mean? Like, if you raised a bunch of money, she's found, right? But you don't really have to give the money back. But anyways, they're giving the money back, which is a little bit suspicious. And then I was watching, what is it? Poetic Flacco. He did like a little video about it, right? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the official update because there's conflicting stories. The boyfriend is saying that she fought for her life, right? But then there's other sources saying that she basically had a mental breakdown and faked her kidnapping. Now, whether or not this is true or not, let's break it down like this. If she was kidnapped and she's found, let's leave the story alone. Whether it's true or not, let's just leave the story alone. You know why? Let's not pull out it's a hoax, it's this, it's that. Let the police do their job and let them find out. Let not us black people start being like, yo, no, it's a hoax, it's a conspiracy, something's not right. Because guess what? Black women are one of the most, I think, one of the like top two, not two or something like that, of women that get human trafficked, kidnapped, and all that stuff. Women of color, right? So even if she was lying, it's like, let's not have a narrative where the next time some shit like that happens, We're like, no, we got to get all the facts first instead of literally trying to find the person. Because if she was having a mental episode, that means she was going through something. Then she realized that people care about her, and then she probably came back home. Now, it got blown out of proportion, but at least she's safe. That was the whole key thing. We were concerned for her safety. Now that we know she's safe. Now, the toddler aspect, we don't know anything about the toddler. There's no information about the toddler. There's nothing, right? And people are concerned about the toddler now. Like, what about the toddler? Is the toddler going to be okay? Hey, Baba. Is the toddler going to be okay, right? But it doesn't work like that. Because apparently they can't find no evidence that there even was a toddler. So it's looking a little bit spooky. But my main thing was, let's not make it so that there's a narrative or there's an asterisk behind, right? Behind when you hear someone getting kidnapped. If someone gets kidnapped, let's believe the story. Let's find the person, figure out the person's safe. Then let's investigate and see what happens. We investigate, okay, this was a hoax, but let's not have the narrative of let's not find these women, or nah, she might be lying, or we got to find the evidence, or it creates a storm of bullshit. And we already don't need that if we're already trying to find these women that are already gone. There's already this type of narrative amongst people of color, women of color especially, that are being human trafficked. So there's a lot of that stuff going on. So I completely understand why people are pissed off that if it's a hoax, it's like, yo, why are you doing that when we're already in trouble? But my thing is, yo, the game is the game. It is what it is. There's always going to be people that are going to ruin it. There's always going to be people that are going to make it worse than what it actually is. Make it worse than what it actually is, right? And us human beings, we blew that shit out of proportion, right? Because we were concerned for the toddler and for her safety. Like people, because me, I was like, yo, people are using toddlers. And then someone commented that there was someone used a fake baby doll, put it on the road, was pulling it with a string to try to attract any type of, because more likely a female driver is going to stop the car and try to see if the baby's okay. Most likely a male driver is going to be like, fuck that kid. Most likely. So most likely is, you know what I mean? If you want to pull on emotional heartstrings, some niggas would be like, why is a baby, that's a setup, right? So the girl was about to help the baby out, figured out the baby was fake, ran back in her car because her instincts kicked in, ran back in her car and drove off. That is crazy. That people are doing that. I didn't know people are doing that. They're using fake babies. There's one guy, he laid down on the, this is like, you know when you watch like The Last of Us, you watch them zombie movies, and there's always like someone like, help, and like they have like fake blood and shit, like help me, and then like if you're maskeen enough, you'll stop your car and you'll be like, are you okay? And then next thing you know, 6 niggas come up and run up on you and say, oh, run your shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, bruh. And then you're just literally like chilling. You're chilling there and you're just like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? You know? No. Wait. Wait. You know what I mean? And then you go back like without anything, and then you're like, I got robbed.
You what?
But like it's literally like that. You know what I mean? So he lays down on the ground, and the lady was gonna stop and be like, hey, let's go help this person. Her friend's like, nope, keep driving. When they kept driving, the guy just got right back up like nothing happened, dusted himself off, was good to go. And I'm just like, he got himself back up, like whoop, dust himself off, good to go. And I'm just like, hold on. I never knew that this was like, I knew human trafficking was happening, but I thought it was more among like the movies, not like the movies, but like a little play on the movie, like get in the van, or like freaking there's a nigga at the club just like waiting for girls to, you know, like that type of vibe is what I was thinking. I did not think you could just be driving home from work and you could be trying to help, and that help could cause you to could lose your life, or you could end up disappearing. Like, that is crazy. And like the whole and me, obviously I don't know about these stupid little things because of I'm a man, right? And I'm a black man. So unless I'm in like another country or something, I'm not really that valuable to steal. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I'm rich, wealthy, billionaire status, nah, not that valuable. You know what I mean? So I could totally understand why I could be a little bit naive about the idea of that happening. I'm just like a little bit naive, green about it. You know what I mean? It sucks to be a woman. Especially nowadays I could see why like a lot of girls like to keep their account private, all that type. Like, bruh, there's weirdos online. There's weirdos in real life. There's weirdos that wanna like do shit to you that you don't even know. Like, that is just crazy. That is just too much. That is too much. You can't even go to the store. Like, if you feel like, fuck that. That's what I mean when I'm out with my niggas and we're just like, let's say we're just going, we're out and about going, unless it's like we're at a park, we're out and about, that's a different story, right? But let's say you're with you know that one nigga that you're with that every single time he has to holler at a girl the moment a girl walks by, he's like, hey. It's like, yo, nigga, relax, bro. Relax. It's not even, why is it like that, dog? Like, what are you doing? Like,
what's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
What are you doing, bro? Literally trying to grab up the girl and thing, and it's like, yo, leave her alone. What do you, like, leave her the fuck alone. Leave her alone. Like, I'm literally trying to understand why, like, people are just, she's going to the store, she has headphones in. Get the fucking clue, bro. You know what I mean? Like, some niggas just feel like, yo, man, you miss 100% of the shots, you don't shoot or whatever. It's like, bro, buddy, we get it, but make accurate shots. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're chilling with your boys, you make a joke and she smiles or some shit. Pfft, that's your end. Whatever the case may be, some bullshit like that. But like, when you're gonna shoot, be accurate, nigga. If you're gonna snipe, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Not even to put it into sniper terms, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Some niggas is just trying to shoot up everything, dog. It's like, yo, friendly fire. You're shooting up the NPCs, dog. You're not even hitting the main objective, bro. You're just fucking around with the NPCs, bro. Leave them alone. They're just trying to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Not every girl wants to holler at you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So, we got, like, you get what I'm saying, dog. So we got Logic, right? I got a little Logic clip to play. Hold on. Let's see if I'm gonna play it on the computer. Cause this nigga Logic said, cause last part I was talking about how this one girl was talking shit about her mom, and I'm like, why are you talking shit about? That's your mom. No matter what your mom did, no matter how much she pisses you off, no matter how much she talks shit, that's your mother. You know what I mean? That's your mother, my nigga. So when people start dissing their moms and getting at their moms and shit and trying to like, or like sneak this in here and there, I'm like, broski, first off, the world doesn't need to know that you're in a complicated, fucked up relationship with your parents. Even if you're famous, we don't need to know that. Let your fucked up parents bring it up, but we don't need to know that. Anyways, so a man like Logic pulls up.
And then I moved because my mom got stabbed. So my mom, she was in the part called Hit the Hard R on somebody, which she also did to me and my siblings all the time. She stepped out and thought it was all good, and then some...
Wait, hold on. Let me break that down quick. You're telling me that your Dukes was, because his mom, he's mixed, he's a mixed kid. His mom's white, his dad's black. So his mom, You telling me your mom was calling y'all niggers? Yo. Hey, hold on. Before I keep even going. What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Your mom was calling y'all niggas. That is crazy, yo. So what? If you were a smart kid, you would have called her a nigger lover then. Oh God, yo. All right. Well, of course you're gonna get stabbed for that. You know what I mean? You are definitely gonna get stabbed for that. Anyways.
Just yanked her up.
It's just not all good.
Definitely not.
The N-word. It's just not all good.
It is. That is not a word. Yeah, no.
So she hit someone with a hard R and they shanked her?
Oh, yeah. They
Where are we
stabbed
talking?
up.
Side?
Yeah, her side and in her back.
Got her.
A couple times.
Got her.
Yeah. That's my mom. And then.
Yo, dog. What are you doing? That is your mother, my nigga. But hey, she was calling y'all niggers. So I feel it. I feel you. I feel you a little bit, Logic. You know what I mean? I'm here to compare and contrast. The one girl, she actually looked like shit. If you look like shit, your mom's gonna be like, "Hey man, you look like shit. Clean up a bit." Hey, you ain't. Your mom's gonna tell you. She used to dress you up. Your mom used to make sure you had the nice outfits. You know what I mean? You look clean, taking the boogers out your nose. Now you become an adult, right? And you're dressing like a Tracy McGrady about to get drafted. You're dressing in a freaking Steve Harvey suit. You're in a Steve Harvey suit, trying to put the blame on, oh, they don't have women's clothing my size, so I wear men's clothing because it's more comfortable. You just like wearing baggy shit. Don't put us into it. I've talked to all the men. We've spoken. Don't bring us into this. If you just like to wear baggy shit, that's what you like to wear. And then don't bring your mom into this because she roasted you. Now you feel some type of way. Oh my, she's called her Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. Like, oh, she doesn't have a chin. Oh, and she fucks other niggas' mans. Like, yo, relax, girl. You're mixed too. She's mixed. So you're roasting your dad too or something? Like, what? Your dad's just like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you bringing us into this? Anyways, so I was just here to say, if you want to compare and contrast, there's two types of parents. You have the fucked up parent, like Logic's mom, calling him a nigger and shit. And then you have a parent that's just telling you, if you look like shit, I'm going to tell you look like shit. Hey, you look like shit. You're going to get mad? You can't get mad at your mama Dukes for that. You know what I mean? Now, Logic has every right. You're calling me and my broski niggers, dog? Yo, bruh. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Like, the most, I don't even know. Like, maybe when I was in high school, the most I've got was like this nigga. Something like that. Or you got a nigga nose. But my mom's black. So it's like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't really, like, it doesn't hurt. It's like, alright. But they say, I'll be like, alright, but they say I look like you anyway. And then it's like, see? You gotta hit them back, bruh. What do you mean? I used to always have a comeback. If my Dukes used to roast me, I would have a comeback. Because growing up, my Dukes was young, so she used to have those one-liners that you'd be like, oh, you know I'm your son, right? You know what I'm saying? But then as you get a little bit older, you get to hit her with the 1-2 jab too. You know what I mean? And it becomes fun after a while. Anyways, Logic. I used to be like, yo, this guy's corny, this guy's weird, this guy's like all of the above. But now I just feel bad for you, bro. That's a crazy upbringing. You know, you know what I mean? Like, for your mother to look at you like that is a crazy upbringing. You and your brother, like when she'd get mad, she'd call you niggers. Like what? And your mom's white? Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know. And I wouldn't allow that. I would not allow that at all. I would not allow that at all. If I was Logic, I'd be like, yo, dad, mom's calling us niggers again. All right, man, I'm off of this. Oh my God, that is crazy. Holy. That's crazy, man. Anyways, so that's just crazy to me how that conspires and coexists. You know, that's just ugh. You know, it's a little bit disgusting, but whatever. We're gonna get into the next topic, all right? Now, I was telling y'all from time, leave the Muslims out of this. Hundreds of Muslim parents gathered in Mississauga, Ontario to protest against trans and LGTB education in schools, right? So there's like they had like a protest.
That's the best slogan. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone.
So, bunch of Muslims. There's people that are with the Muslims, you know what I mean? Because one thing about the Muslim religion, bro, it has not changed. Like in terms of like the Quran, like there's always going to be people that are going to have their own variations of the translation and their own interpretations and all that. But the Quran itself has always been the same, right? The hadiths and the Quran has always been the same, right? So if something is forbidden and not supposed to be done or whatever, and it's being like imposed upon to the children, is being taught to the children, forget, like, we don't give a fuck about us. Like, okay, in terms of if we have to go to work and let's say it's Pride Month and there's a 1-2 thing that we have to participate in. I'm talking about people that don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Me, I don't give a fuck across the board. I don't care. It's your month today, cool. It's their month, this day. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. It's their month, that day, that week, whatever. I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to judge anybody. But you know, there's always those people at work that are like, when it's the time, they're a little bit uncomfortable, and you know what I mean? But they still have to push down their feelings, and because they're at work. That's their income and everything, right? So they still have to push down if they're not trying to get fired over some dumb shit. That's really some dumb shit to get fired over. You know what I mean? Like, you're not getting paid for your beliefs. When you're at work, they're not paying you for your beliefs. They're paying you to do the job. You know what I mean? Whatever they fucking impose is what they impose. Unless you run the company, and that's your own shit. Anyways, so the moment you try to impose the children and say now the children have to learn something that you don't agree on, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Like, we can even compare it, for example, critical CRT, right? Yeah, CRT, right? I'm not going to say the whole thing or whatever because it's a big ass name. Critical racial theory, yeah. They're trying to get rid of that in like schools in America because parents are coming back saying my kid is sad over the slavery shit, and my kid feels like we're the ones that, like, you know, the parents are getting, they have a little bit of a right. They're getting a little bit pissed off. They're going, hey yo, bruh, my kid is blaming me for slavery, dog. Like, what's up with this shit? Like, are you guys teaching this properly? Like, how are you guys teaching it? Like, you know what I mean? And I could totally understand why a white parent would be like, hey yo, my kid came back sad, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know, I'd rather you not teach it. I'll teach it at my house. You know, so you get what I'm saying? Or when sex education was first being introduced, parents were not feeling that. They were not feeling that at all. They weren't with it. You know what I mean? And then slowly it became a thing because most of those parents that weren't with it, they weren't talking about it at home. Facts. So since they weren't talking about the birds and the bees, get the fuck out of here. Since they weren't talking about it at all at home, and when they bring up the talk to you, you're already in it. You're already in the game. You just started in the game. You're a freshman in the game. The moment they try to talk to you about that shit. So then it's just, you know, it's tit for tat at this point. So I'd rather learn it from the teacher. The teacher will show me how to put a condom on, do all that type of shit that you're not going to show me. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, if anything happens, I'm good to go. And I feel like I'm protected and I feel like I'm educated enough to do it. Boom. Right? But when we get in, like, so I don't know how they're teaching this in schools, but it should be, if they're going to do it, they should put it a part of sex education. However, and also, they should put it in high school. Like, you know how, like, the more you get into math, the more advanced it gets? That should be, like, the same thing when it comes down to, hey, Tupac. That should be the same thing when it comes down to sex education. That's what I feel like. It should be the same thing like that. Hey, first we're going to teach you the body parts. Then we're going to teach you how they work. Then we're going to teach you what to do in certain situations. What is SA? What is SH? What is, you know what I mean? DA. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. DV, y'all know what I'm talking about. What's those type of things? How do you know if you're in like that type of stuff, right? And then you gradually go up, right? And then you teach, hey, there's different sexualities. You know what I mean? And then you go into them, teach the terms. And then the more you get advanced, the more you start to break that shit down. But you're breaking that shit down in high school where people are starting to get into that shit. So now they have more education about it. That makes more sense. But I feel like they're teaching like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds about this shit, which is why these parents are getting pissed off. If it was their teenagers, I don't think there would be that much of a problem. If it was just a bunch of teenagers. Oh, we're gonna change the system a bit. We're gonna teach these teens how to be proper functioning adults in terms of sexuality, how to treat people with different sexualities better. Like, that makes perfect sense. Especially high school where hormones are abundant and everything's going wild. Like, we get that. But once you get into like the middle school and that type of shit, that's where you get a little bit sticky. You know what I'm saying? Because if the kids aren't out here doing that, which they shouldn't be doing that at that age, then why are you trying to teach it to them? You should teach them more about the science, and then you get into the complicated shit. You know, it's like just like math, reading, all that type of shit. You ain't just gonna throw all that shit on them right off the bat, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way for me to explain that without trying to be too controversial, without trying to like ruffle any feathers type of shit. I'm trying to work on that, you know what I mean? That's what should be done. Because at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? They're gonna learn about it anyways, right? They're gonna know about it, they're gonna learn about it, regardless. However, you break it down the way they broke down sex education to us. Hey yo, you got the parts. These are where the parts are. These are what the parts do. All right, done. Next year, some other shit, and you make it. You ain't got to make it too long. Pause. No pun intended. You know what I mean? It got to be like a 2-week thing, 2-week quick crash course that you guys do for 2 weeks every year. Every year, from grade whatever to grade whatever, and every year they have their own specific shit. Or you can make it a week, you can make it a couple days, whatever the case may be. If you want to compromise with the parents, if you want to have a proper compromise with the parents, because the parents are just uncomfortable. Because now they have to now when the kids come back home, they don't know half the shit that you're teaching them, right? They can look up math. They can look up the book that they're reading. They can look up all that type of shit. They can like figure it out. They can help themselves figure it out. But the moment the kid comes up to them and says, "Dad, I think I'm a two-spirit," you're like, "Wait, what?" You're like, "How? What is that?" Now you have to look it up. And like, yo, I'm telling you, Muslim parents too, like, yo, he's gonna be like, "Astaghfirullah, I want to be laughing that shit on." Like, he's gonna be confused. He doesn't know what it is because the parents aren't educated. So how about, why don't you? Even better, why don't you educate the parents? Send some brochures, some pamphlets, educate the parents. So that when the children start hearing these terms and they start coming up to the parents about these terms, the parents are less ignorant and less moving off emotion, and they're more like, okay, I know about a little bit about this. I can parent this better. because I know about it. If I don't know about it, I'm just gonna be like, no, you can't do that. If I don't know about it, no, you can't do it. I don't want you to learn about it. I don't want you nothing, right? But if I do know about it, I'm gonna be a little bit more educated. I'm gonna be able to say, you know what? Let me switch it up, because this is not working for anybody. Let me switch up the parenting style a bit. End of the day, too, your child, or however they grow up to be, no matter how you raise them, right? The outside world's gonna be the outside world. The game is the game. You gotta trust that you put certain values and tools into your kid, integrity, all that type of shit, where you feel like, all right, no matter what happens, no matter where he goes, he's good. In terms of sexuality, in terms of what cultural identity, whatever, no matter where he goes, religious background, whatever, no matter where he goes, she goes, she goes, they're good. Whatever, you guys get what I'm saying. Wherever they go, you know what I'm saying? You know that your child is good. Because I feel like that's what my Dukes did. She's like, okay, at the end of the day, I know that I raised this nigga, so I know this nigga's good. So I'm good to go. I can sit back. All I have to do is call this nigga like, hey, you breathing? Yeah, I'm breathing, mom. All right, cool. Later. Bye. I'll come. And then, you do the 1-2 visits every 2 weeks, every week and a half. And that's it. Anyways. So yeah, that's how I feel like if we're going to solve the problem, we should solve the problem. But I told you, motherfuckers. Leave the Muslims out of this. Leave them alone. Leave the children alone. Leave the kids alone. Because once you bring the kids into this, because every adult, we'll go through a bunch of hurdles to get to where we want to be. But the moment that we have someone that we care about, we don't want them to go through the same hurdles. We don't want them to... You get what I'm saying. So I could totally understand why there's confusion, and that confusion causes anger. That anger causes protest, passion, emotion, all that type of shit, right? And for the other side that is like, man, they're homophobic, they should leave the country and all this shit, they're not looking at what's making them mad. It's more like, yo, two people from both sides should just sit down and be like, okay, what's making you mad about this? And then you can create a compromise where it's like, all right, we'll teach it to high school students. How about that? Because when you watch any teen movie, you watch any teen TV show, there's multiple sexualities. It's fluid as hell. So no matter what, when they get older, they're gonna see it. They're gonna go out. They're gonna have friends. They're gonna learn all this type of shit. No matter how much you try to shelter your kid, that's another thing that parents need to know. No matter how much you try to shelter your kid, if your kid is out in the world, your kid is gonna learn about everything that you probably don't want them to learn about. It's up to you to give them the proper tools so that they know how to navigate through that shit. That's about it. You know what I mean? Like me, I wouldn't be the parent that'd be protesting. I would just speak to my kid. That's it. Whatever they teach you about that shit, come to me and like tell me what they're teaching you. And then you can verify if it's bullshit or not. You can verify if, they're not really brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like they think, because you get what I'm saying. The whole stereotype about brainwashing and all that type of shit, or you know what I mean? And also, Justin Trudeau, shut the fuck up when you're talking about how the conservatives are the reason, the far right media is the reason why, like the Muslims are against. Like, no, nigga, just read the Quran. Clearly you don't know your clients, my nigga. Just read the Quran. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Just read the fucking Quran. That's what people are following. That's what people are going off of. That's what people are making their judgments off of. So if you see that, you can be like, all right, man, if you have a religious indifference to these topics, you can leave. Well, didn't they have that type of shit? But like back in school, like if something made you, like if a topic made you uncomfortable, if you went through it or if it's traumatic to you, you were allowed to leave. They should have something like that. Upgrade the curriculum, teach it in schools, But then your kid could leave. Give your kid a note. You can give it to the teacher. Your kid can go leave. Go to the whatever. Your kid could go leave and chill for a bit. Because you're not going to be teaching this to like 8-year-olds and shit. If you're teaching it to like kids in grade 6, then that makes sense. Because the kids in grade 6, they could just, you know what I mean? They could just figure it out. They can be like, all right, man, I'm gonna go chill in the park. Whatever the case may be, you know? But yeah, that's like my little solution to that little thing. I could have sat here and been like, hey, man, fuck that. No, man, they can't be doing this to the children. Nah. Hey, I told y'all, because I don't have kids. But I know how people who have kids, I know how they are. And I know how they are towards their children. And I know they don't fucking play when it comes down to their children. So at the end of the day, you gotta move cautiously. Yes, we can be progressive. But since we're in such a diverse country too, you gotta acknowledge everybody else, yo. Not everyone's gonna be on board, and if not, the people that aren't on board, you gotta compromise. Anyways, so we got Timbaland is on some. So you know those NPC people that are doing that ice cream so good, that whatever that bullshit is, that it's brain numbing. I'm not playing no clips for you guys. I'm not doing that. I'm not even gonna go in depth on it, but the one thing that sparked my mind was Timbaland was liking that shit. Like, he was like one of the top people that was liking that. And I'm like, Timbaland, bro. Timbo, what's going on with our legends, yo? Like, seriously. Timbo, what are you doing?
This is a sick Negro.
What are you doing? Timbaland. Yo, sometimes I wish that our that legends that I love and care about just never got social media like that, yo. Just never really got social media. Or if they do, they have someone verifying everything they like, post, everything. Because, like, yo, like Meek Mill and, like, all these niggas going out sad. Like, yo, it's just weird to me. Like, Diddy called Meek Mill daddy. That was weird. You can't have another man calling you daddy, bro, in a pool with your shirt off. And you're the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You're the Meek Mill's the streets, you know what I'm saying, right? Anyways, speaking of the streets, I was like, yo, Timbaland is about to, like, I don't know what he's on, but he's about to, first he's like, I'm gonna AI people's voices so I can work with people I never worked with before that passed. It's like, bro, I don't know what Timbaland's been on, but he's been smoking, or he's been on the fine, whatever you call it, on that fine Fenty, that Fenty pack. Speaking of Fenty packs, yo, freaking Boosie's daughter got to be smoking a Fenty pack. Boosie took the car away because Boosie's going through some legalities with her mom. So Boosie took the car away, and Boosie spoils her and everything. So the girl's like, yo, Boosie, you're a bitch. I'm going to expose you. That's his daughter talking. Now we're going to flip it. I don't understand the entitlement that some of these kids have, yo. Your father pays for everything. He hooks you up with everything. He makes sure you're good. He makes sure you're fly. All that type of shit. Your birthday, you get a brand new car. You complain about the color of the whip. Talk about complaining about the color of the whip. He took it back because you're being ungrateful, and then now you're showing people why he should have took the whip in the first place. Like, it totally makes sense why he took the whip. You know what I mean? Because Boosie's like, nah, you ain't gonna play with me. You ain't gonna call me a bitch. You ain't gonna talk about exposing me and all that type of shit. So then Boosie got to work and told her while gone. It told everybody, this is going on with the baby moms. This is all going on. I've always been by her side. It's always been spoiling her. The baby mom's been adding shit to her head, ruining I don't think Boosie said anything. I think it was one of the moms that helped raise the child said something. Was like, nah, we're not doing this. We're not gonna say Boosie's a bad father when he's been an amazing father. All this type of shit. She's just tripping. She's not getting her way. Her mom poisoned her head. And I'm just like, parents can be shitty people too. And they can create shittier human beings. Because you're enabling your offspring to think that that's okay because you're doing it. Like, that's how life is. If you don't do it, you got to survive. You got to, like, no. And apparently, like, the baby mom's stealing money and all that. Like, it gets complicated. It goes down a very big, like, down a rabbit hole. So, like, to know all that information and for Boosie to still be spoiling you, and then for you to be talking shit about him, and for him to take the whip back, and then now you want to be talk about exposing him and all this shit. You weren't trying to expose him when he was giving you shit. You didn't say, no, I'm not, I don't want the car. I don't fuck with you. I don't want the car. The fact that he took the car back, you don't feel like, okay, Dio, Dad, what did I do for you to take the car? What's wrong with him? People are so entitled and spoiled that it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You didn't pay for the whip. You didn't do nothing, but you feel entitled to the whip. All right. I'm glad he took that shit, yo. I am so glad he took that shit. Because sometimes people need to learn and people need to understand, yo, this shit is not free. Just because you might think I got it or just because I do got it does not mean that this shit is free, that you can just run up all over me, talk your shit, do your little shenanigans with the baby moms, talk shit about me, and then I should just sit there and still be funneling money. Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. Don't take advantage, man. Don't take advantage of people's kindness, bro. Next thing you know, like, that's what happens. And Boosie don't play that. You're gonna do that to Boosie? You don't play that. And there needs to be more examples of that happening where people are and everyone's commenting like she's ungrateful. And I'm like, thank God. No one's saying, oh, Boosie, you're a shitty father. Even if she was being spoiled, you spoiled? Like, no. You're a grown-ass woman and you're acting like a child. That's it. There's no more being spoiled how I was raised. Once you hit once you're in your 20s, there's no more of that shit. There's no more of that shit because now it's behavior that you're getting away with that you know is wrong that you're getting away with. I don't give a fuck about that shit anymore. And if you have any problems with adults that you've had when you were young, the perfect time to talk to them is in your 20s. Hey, yo, let's have a drink. Or yo, if they smoke, let's have a smoke. Or yo, you drink coffee? Yo, let's go for tea and coffee. I need to ask you something that happened back then. Communicate and speak if it's really on your mind and bothering you that much. But people don't like to communicate and speak. People like to just expose shit on the internet. Oh, look what he's doing. Oh, be on my side, people. And then people just like that mob mentality, that pitchfork and fire mentality. I don't approve of it. I'm literally on the type of, you're bullshitting and you're in the wrong. I'm not even going to support you just because of X, Y, and Z. Fuck out of here. There's shitty people that are yellow, blue, purple, green, gray, hueish blue, fucking red. Like, there's multiple colors, bro. Black, whatever the case may be. Each and every variation, culture, whatever the case may be, there are pieces of shit. There's pieces of shit in every village, every city, everywhere you go. So I don't look at it like these groups of people or this gender and that. Look at it like, are you a piece of shit or no? That's it. There's no, let's debate it. Like, let's look at, no, are you a piece of shit or no? Oh, it's because of, oh, he's a black man and he's a male. And no, that's low-hanging fruit. Let's figure out who the fuck that person is. Who are you as a person? Who are you? Anyways, speaking of who are you, that was my little rant because I just wish some people would understand that people work hard for their money, and especially the rich people that you see, the wealthy people that are like out here giving you these gifts. The nigga's working hard for his shit. The nigga's independent too. Boosie's an independent artist. He's working hard for his money. He buys you a Benz. He's going through some legal shit too. He gets you a car, and you're gonna be fucking ungrateful. I would take the car to sell it and pay my legal fees. Like, fuck out of here. What am I dealing with this shit for? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? People are just weird. Like, y'all know how I know people are weird? Oh, the reel is unavailable. What? I'm gonna find it. I'm finding that bitch. They try to take that shit away from me. Nope, not today. Not today. Charleston White is the most hilarious Most hilarious nigga ever, bro. This guy said he was on that, what's that porn shit? He's on like that, you know that bus? There's like a bus, right? And I think this is the wrong oh, it's right here. I found it. So it's like a bus, right? And it's hilarious. They interview like porn stars, and it's the fan bus. They interview porn stars and all that type of shit. I'm about to play a next clip regarding that, so it segues in perfectly. So this nigga Charleston White is on there. Everyone's like, why the fuck is Charleston White on there? Peep game.
So you think that if a guy is labeled a snitch, he can still get pussy?
Like a motherfucker? Man, please. Man, yeah. She still suck pussy, don't they? They still want their pussy sucked. They don't care you don't wouldn't use them lips to tell on a nigga. You can still suck pussy with them lips. And you still got your jewelry. He still got his foreign car. You know, now the street bitches with the gangster brothers and the hood homeboy, you know, they might sneak and get some pussy. But a real woman, and has any kind of substance of a woman, she don't give a damn about no nigga snitching and no street codes. If he's still attractive, he still got his swag.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Hold on. There's one. Hold on. I'm gonna. What is that shit called? Fan bus. There's one where he talks about. No, the Ruby Rose one's whatever. But there's one where he's talking about how he was deaf. I need to find that clip. Right? Hold on. Fan bus. Deaf. Oh, man. I need to find this clip. Because, yo, it was hilarious. He's talking about how he was with two deaf girls. No, how he was acting like he was deaf, like he couldn't speak or anything. And a mom and a daughter was still down to fuck, yo. I was like, what? Yo, say wallahi, yo. Hold on. They have no shorts of it? Oh my God, dog. Bruh, this nigga is hilarious, bro. He is the funniest nigga ever. Anyways, he doesn't talk about this. They got rid of it. Oh man. So it's all good. I wish I had the clip, man. I had it loaded. Pause. But like it disappeared. It's not available anymore. The man said he was playing deaf, and he said he didn't tell the girls until after. For 2 days he was with them. He did not tell them till after the fact. He's like, yeah, by the way, I can, like, he's like his jaw was wired shut. And then he's like, yo, he could still talk. And then the girls were a little bit pissed at him, like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, yo, dude. Like, yo, they're like,
dude, what the f?
Got him. Anyways. So that was just the funny thing that I wanted to post, but like they didn't have it, bro. I'm thinking these niggas is efficient. Oh shit, my bad. I'm thinking these niggas is efficient. They have at least like a short. You know what I mean? But they don't. Anyways, so my boy, Jason Love goes on this bitch. And when he goes on, oh, by the way, Jason Love's the one that devil fucked Land of the Plug, that went ham on Land of the Plug, the one that Adam is cheerleading, and he's just like, oh my God, that's my wifey, look, go wifey. So Adam 22 is the guy who fucked Adam 22's his wife. Jason Love, right? Let's give Jason Love a round of applause. Oh my God. So this nigga is on the same bus, the fan bus shit. And he gets told, hey, yo, now it's time for you to tell us about what happened. Like, how was it? She's asking him questions like, how do you feel about it? Would you let your girl do it? He goes, nah, I would never let my girl do that. Nah. He's like, nah, she can have all the women she want, but she can't fuck with me. Nah. So this nigga keeps they're talking about it. They even talk about Andrew Schultz and shit. And I'm like, whoa, why is Andrew Schultz in this? You know, like the interviewer is spicy. The interviewer is spicy, dog. She's just trying to spice shit up. So this nigga goes.
Second of all, whose idea was it to end an?
Okay, so
It's cream pie.
I guess her hadn't been stretched out in a while. So then I was doing all the stretching. It's like my starting to get numb, and I was like, yo, we have to keep going. It was going so long that it was nothing I could do. It was like,
What the fuck?
the numbness I didn't notice, and I'm like, yo, it's about, and then hey, it happened.
So the was not planned.
Cream pie.
Nope.
But then she got freaky with it. She started eating it, doing the nasty.
She got into the moment. You know how it is once you get into the moment. It's like, it's all.
You what?
No holds bar. Let's go.
From like Adam's perspective, how do you think he felt seeing her eat the?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I guess it was probably like, okay, brush your teeth, and we can't kiss until tomorrow because it's in my brain right now.
Ew. I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about this anymore, but there's the post thing interview, dog. Post conference interview, dog. So then he also said he said something else. Hold on, I gotta play it for y'all.
Oh, I actually saw the video released yesterday. I saw it. First of all, wow. Second of all, whose idea was it to end an?
Oh, damn it. Hold on, how long is this clip? Nah, see? There's the one where he starts talking shit, and he says, yo, she ain't been stretched out in a long time. Oh, yeah, he did say that, right? So basically, he's talking shit. He's saying, and he also said how he can put it down better than Adam, right? And Adam got cheesed. So this nigga Adam decides to go on his little, I think he went on TikTok, and he did like a little TikTok video, right? Now, what we're not gonna do is, I'm not gonna play the actual video, but we're gonna look up the transcript, okay? Because in the video, he's actually like, there's music, and I'm not trying to fuck up the vibe, you know what I mean? Copyright. Anyways, so he goes, this is what he said. He goes, I guess we're doing this today. Hey, Jason Love, I trusted you to pork my wife. It seems like that cloud is getting to your head. I'm talking real spicy, and I ain't really feeling it. Number one, the angle of the dangle is more important than the cubic of the pubic. That's number one. Number two, my D game when I'm serving it, man, is just like your mom's cooking. Because there's love. You ever heard of it? Number three, don't make me expose you. You know what I'm talking about? You can get real messy out here. Number four, you don't want no problem moving in these LA streets because I can make that happen. I'm very well connected. Number five again, show someone respect, huh? And I'm just like, yo, brother, everything you say, he fucked your wife. He fucked your wife better than you've ever fucked your wife. So, you gotta hug that L, my nigga. You gotta hug it. What did I say? He's gonna be all cocky and shit, saying, oh, like, look at me. And then now that people see the tape, and now that we see the evidence, and now everyone's like, God damn, he went in, out of your wife, and now you're like, wait. I'm out. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Look at me. Come on. Makes no sense. You chose that nigga Why didn't you choose another nigga that's like that you feel like, all right, man, he's kind of, you know, perfect. Why didn't you pick like a smaller porn star or something shit? You picked a big ass nigga, yo. A big ass nigga, and he does this shit. He does this. If you watch the whole interview, the fan buzz interview, he does this shit, my nigga. You picked him. All right, man. You went, hey man, you wanted to go fishing, and hey, you ended up with a big fish. You know, they got big steam fish. Anyway, so brother, I'm done talking about it after this. But brother, he fucked your wife. He won. You paid him to fuck your wife. He won. He fucked your wife better than you have ever done it. He won. Anything you say to try to combat that, nothing. Now, I feel like this is just another marketing ploy. So, congratulations, another good marketing ploy, but you just keep looking worse and worse and worse as a man. So, you just gotta hug it. You gotta hug it, man. Sorry, bruh. You gotta hug it. Sucks, but you gotta hug it. Just like this girl right here, dog. I don't know what her name is. Babe something. What's it? Babe Rexha. What is it called? Hold on. I can't pronounce it properly. It's Babe or Bebe Rexha. So she tried to expose her boyfriend with a text saying that, yo, he's fat shaming me. So she dumped him, right? Yo, the nigga, and then when you see the text, yo, this is what the nigga said. Hey, I never said you weren't beautiful. I never said I didn't love you. In fact, I said how beautiful you are and how much I love you, but I always said I would be honest with you, and your face was changing, so I told you it was. That was the conversation we were having, and you asked because I care. Would you rather I lie to you? You gained 35 pounds. Obviously, you gained weight, and your face changes. Should I just pretend it didn't happen and that it's okay? Come on, I gained 3 pounds, and you call me chubs and fat. See, this is the thing. You're being a hypocrite, yo. You're being a hypocrite. So you gain 35 pounds and the nigga says a little something. You get mad and dump him, right? And here's the thing. She's popping. So she can just dump him and find the next nigga. Next man or whatever. So I could see what her mentality is. Hey, you don't like this? All right, I'm going to go find someone else. But he's like, hey, I'm just being honest with you. I've been with you for how long? And this is what I noticed, right? Don't ask people that are going to be honest with you any question that you don't want the answer to. If you know that person's going to be honest with you, why would you ask them that question? If they said they're going to be honest with you no matter what, why would you ask them that question, yo? That's like you cook a dish, you chefed it up, you give it to people, right? If you don't want to hear critique, you know what you do? You give it to people, you let them eat, and you don't say shit. You don't even watch them eat it. Just give it to them, and you do your own thing. The moment you go, hey, how is it? Right? Now, some people will lie. Some people will be like, it's good, even though it's okay. You know what I mean? Because some people they appreciate the gesture. Some niggas will be like, nah, man, I don't like the sauce. It's too salty. Right? You can't get mad at that person. That person you asked, and that person gave you an honest opinion. You can't really get mad at that person. Now, are you going to cook for that person again? Probably not. So I get both sides, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to be honest, but sometimes there's a way to go about it. The sauce is good, however, there's a little bit too much salt. So the guy will be like, oh, so the sauce is good, but it's okay, I'll lower the seasoning. But if you say I don't like the sauce because it's salty, then you're saying the sauce is shit and the seasoning is shit. And that means the whole dish is shit because the sauce. If you don't like the sauce, I put the sauce on the rice. So that means you don't like the rice now. So that means you just don't like. And then, you know what I mean? But instead, you should be like, hey, sauce is a little bit salty. You know, I can't have too much of the sauce. It's a little bit salty. Anybody would understand that. Cholesterol, all that type of shit. Someone asks you, hey, am I gaining weight? All you have to do is be like, I don't even know how to answer that question. If it's just me and you chilling and you ask me that question, then I'll answer it like that. But if we're out and about in public and shit, I'm like, no, you no. Psh, no. You wanna know why? Because you ain't trying to embarrass your girl. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to embarrass her at the end of the day. So if he did that while they weren't out and about, he just did it just cause, then I can understand how foul it is and why she dumped him. But if it was just them two having a conversation and then she just flipped out and went online about it like how people do nowadays, then you're tripping. Girl, you're tripping. Let that man be honest with you, man. He's probably a keeper, my nigga. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so where are we? Oh, we're at 1 minute and 10. We're at 1 hour and 10, yo. I was 1 minute and 10. I was like, yo, damn, I felt I was talking for a minute. Anyways, so that's all the topics. We ran through all of them. So yeah, just like how someone we all know got ran through. Kinsu. Oh man, that's just crazy to me. That is crazy. So you got to round the pod off. You got people that are apparently faking kidnappings, but hey, if they're faking it, fuck it. Let's not try to promote that they're faking it, because we're not trying to put an asterisk on the next person that it happens to, especially the next recent one that happens, because it will happen. We're not gonna be like, oh, remember that girl who lied? Like, no, that's a different scenario, false equivalency. Do not compare the two. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we got that. Parents and children it's always gonna be complicated, but if your parents fed you, they gave you a roof, they gave you clothes on your back. Yes, they tried, okay? They tried their best. If they were shitty people, then they're shitty. You grow up to realize your parents are shitty people, then cool. But forgive them. You forgive them so that you can move on. You need to move on. That's the thing. You need to move on from your ex, your parents, all your trauma. The only way you could do that is to forgive those people and to move on. You can't turn a new leaf if you're constantly thinking about the past. You can't turn over a new leaf. No matter where you go, you can be like, I'm going to start fresh here. No matter where you go physically and move physically, your brain is still fucked up. So no matter where you are, you're going to be fucked up in a different place. You know what I'm saying? So that is about it. And don't let a porn star that wouldn't let you fuck his wife, but you paid for him to fuck yours. And now you're mad that he did it better than you. All right, man. That's what we're getting down to nowadays, bro. And then we got people asking shit that they don't want to hear, but you're asking the question. Let's verify that. And then, since they're asking this question that you really don't want to hear the answer to, or you're expecting, here's the one thing about expectations. Expectations will come with disappointment. If you expect a certain answer, it's going to come with disappointment. If you just don't expect no answer, you just ask them a question, and whatever comes out their mouth is whatever, pause, then you'll be less reactive. But if you're expecting a motherfucker to tell you, yeah, you gained weight, and the moment that person says it, you're triggered. You're like, oh, I knew it. Right? Like, and I bet you one of your friends said, bitch, you gaining weight. And you're like, yeah, bitch, I know. Like, how come your man can't tell you? How come it's over when your man tells you? And it's not like he's making, and it's not like you don't do the same thing. If it was him just constantly calling you fat, I would totally understand. That's a little bit abusive. But if you guys are both tit for tatting, I'm dishing it. If you can't dish it, then what is it? If you can't dish it, don't serve it. Whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? If you can't dish it, don't take it, or whatever that shit is. Like, come on. Be an adult. Grow up. Okay? Be an adult and grow up. I guess paying rent and doing your taxes ain't enough nowadays. Now I used to make this joke saying I'm an adult, I pay my rent and taxes, that's good enough. Nope. Let's sprinkle some maturity in there. Just a little bit of maturity. When I say maturity, I'm talking about just being a fucking human being. When you're a teenager, you're rowdy. When you're a kid, you're rowdy. You can get away with being a shitty human being. But now you're in your 20s, your mid-20s, about to hit your 30s. whatever the case may be, your early 20s, you're starting life out, sprinkle some maturity in your life, man. Not everything's just supposed to be fun and games, especially when you're on your own for the first time. A lot of people think like, oh, my parents ain't here, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and then go in the deep end, and then some people don't come out right, yo. That's all I'm saying. So that was the IVP with Dr. IBZ, Imperfect Vent Podcast, episode 154. Shout out to Jack Daniels. It's not a sponsorship. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors. Brought to you live from Toronto. We representing Tanzania in the back. You already know. You know, we got the Z and we got Virginia. And I just dropped my weed pen. Anyways, peace out. We gone. That was the Imperfect Vent Podcast with Dr. IBZ. Peace. Stay tuned. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace out.